Clue was a TV miniseries written by M. Raven Metzner. The show ran from 2011 to 2012, only getting one season. The show aired on the Hub, but barely got any advertisement, which is probably why it didn't get a second season. I did scour the internet to find out the real reason, but I couldn't seem to find one, so I can only spectate. For the people who did watch it, it seemed like it got very positive reviews with a 6.3 on IMDb. The one takeaway was that the show didn't get another season, which seems to be the main complaint people have. Most miniseries have an episode length of 40 minutes, but Clue? It only got 20-minute episodes! So hardly a single second of screen time was wasted. The plot follows 6 teens. Liz, who is classified as the flirt, Agnes, who is classified as the gossip, Whitney, who is classified as the bleeding heart, Dimitri, who is classified as the jock, Seamus, who is classified as the loser, and Lucas, the resident nerd. As usual, there's a spoiler warning. You can go watch this show on YouTube for free, and the show was also shoved onto Tubi, which I don't know anybody who has Tubi, but hey, if you have Tubi, go watch it on there. These 6 kids are all at a party at a hotel, but all go outside for different reasons. They all see a man getting attacked in a hotel room through a window. They called the police, but the police say that there was no sign of foul play and believe that the kids just prank called them. School was throwing the party and the principal is there, and he suspends all of them. The principal is also Lucas's father and puts labels on all of them like I just said. And he is not happy with Lucas hanging out with these people. Later, the kids do get together and decide that they want to figure out what happened so that they can prove that they weren't lying. And that is the premise of Clue. The show only got 5 episodes, so like I said, not a single second of screen time was wasted. Everything is just go, go, go all the time. There is no stopping. Despite having only 5 20-minute episodes, the show does a decent job at the mystery and fleshing out the characters. Each one of them is shown to have more personality than just the label they were given by Lucas's father. And the way they talk makes them feel like real people. But I need to stop talking about that and just get on with the plot, so I'll move on to this later in the video. They find the 2 people who attacked the man in the hotel ramshacking his house. His name is Mr. Ellis. They find his daughter, who is following after them. They show her this book that they found at the hotel, and they are trying to crack the clue from the book. However, Sarah, that's his daughter's name, I forgot to mention that earlier, she gets kidnapped by someone. That is Mr. Whittaker, who is trying to keep her father safe. Lucas, who loves puzzles, is able to crack the code from the book. The kids find a secret bunker, and in that bunker is a bunch of information that'll help them with finding out what happened to Mr. Ellis and why he was taken by Mr. Whittaker. This show has a lot to do with Nikola Tesla, by the way, because the hotel room that was mentioned earlier was a place that Nikola Tesla used to stay at in the show. He had something important in there that would lead to his invention, and that is why Mr. Ellis was in there. The kids find the candlestick, which was used to attack Mr. Ellis. Mr. Ellis brought it there because he needed it in order to get whatever was in Nikola Tesla's old room. This time, Liz figures out the clue and they find these little tags. These tags have numbers on them and they match up with some of the stuff in the bunker that they found. The objects that the tags' numbers match up to give them pieces to Nikola Tesla's Tesla coil. They build it, and earlier they set up an exchange with Mr. Whittaker over the phone. Mr. Whittaker will let Sarah and Mr. Ellis go if they give him the Tesla coil. Of course, Mr. Whittaker lied to them, but Sarah goes all out and beats up the 2 guys that held her and her father captive. It seems like everything is gonna be great until Sarah turns on her father and the kids. Apparently, Sarah called her father saying that these people had taken her captive and wouldn't let her go unless her father gave them the Tesla coil. And her father didn't get her the Tesla coil, and now he's in trouble with her and whoever she works for. Later, the kids all feel really hopeless, because now Mr. Ellis is gone, Sarah betrayed them, and not only that, but they have no idea what to do. They decide that they can't give up. They find out that Sarah is a senior at this high school that Dimitri's father wanted him to transfer to. They go to the school to try to find out more information about Sarah Ellis. They're not really getting anywhere too important until they meet her AP physics teacher. Whatever Sarah is doing, he seems to be in on it. They also meet this kid who has been trying to find out what was going on, and apparently Sarah has been recruited to the secret society called the House of Black. All of the houses match up with characters from Clue. There's the House of Green, the House of Plum, and so on and so forth. The House of Plum was meant to keep the Tesla coil secret and safe, but because of what Mr. Ellis thought happened to Sarah, he was going to turn it in to save her. And now the House of Black has it. The kids follow the AP physics teacher and find out where the secret society's building is. They get spotted right away and get locked in the cellar. Agnes has a backup phone, of course, so they just need to call for help. But the problem is there's no signal down in the cellar. They trick the AP physics teacher into thinking that they are thinking of joining the society and helping them find the bunker of Nikola Tesla. The others down there, Lucas, Seamus, and Whitney, all try to find another way out. They find a dumbwaiter and Whitney goes up because she's the smallest and the lightest. They also found Adam Ellis down there in the cellar. I just didn't mention that earlier, but he stays down there as well. Anyway, Agnes, Liz, and Dimitri's plan fails, but Dimitri grabbed the lead pipe from downstairs and is able to knock the AP physics teacher out. Whitney was able to grab the Tesla coil and they all make it out of the building. There is a bit more to the story, but they still end up winning and they can get unsuspended, just like they wanted. However, there is something I didn't mention before, and it was the setup to the second season. Liz was adopted, and the only thing she had from her birth parents was this necklace. It matches up with the picture for the House of Scarlet, and she wanted to figure things out, just like everybody else. It was also revealed that things that they like in their universe were connected to the houses. For example, the House of Plum was making puzzles that Lucas liked to solve and curriculum for his school, and he was going to go to the Plum Institute. There are many other examples, but I'm not going to run through them all. Clue did a lot in only 5 episodes. They had a well fleshed out plot twist, a good setup for a second season, which unfortunately we never got. There is a lot to like about this show. All the actors did great. There were a few kind of cheesy moments, but other than that, it was very good and they were all convincing. The music was fun and it got the job done and it really helped setting the scenes. The theme song is also really good and I love it a lot. I will say that the use of phones in this show is very Disney Channel-esque. It's kind of silly and corny, but it is what it is. The writing was good, as I have mentioned many times, but I do wish that the show got longer episodes, or at least 8 episodes, because some of the things in the show did have to be rushed because of this. For example, when they're trying to find the pieces to Tesla's Tesla coil, Seamus and Liz are in the bunker and are talking about what this little book, which is supposed to lead them to where the pieces are, could mean. Seamus and Liz are talking, and Seamus says something along the lines of, "Are you saying that if I just opened this book, went to some random page and pointed at it, that we would find what we're looking for?" Liz smiles at him and he says, "Wait, I found what we're looking for." It was funny, but it was still kind of rushed. Also with the romance of the story. Yes, there is romance in the story. There's 3 girl characters and 3 guy characters. Of course there's gonna be a romance in the story. Whitney has a crush on Lucas. And he finds out about it and feels very stupid because he could not take a hint. They do get along okay though, and their little moments are nice. It also seems like there was going to be a love triangle maybe, because Dimitri likes Liz, but Seamus also likes Liz. And even though Liz does have more of a complex character than just the flirt, she is still a flirt, and she flirts with both of them. She does spend a lot more time with Seamus though, so I don't really know what the writers were thinking. I can't tell honestly. I will just put my own personal opinion in here and say that I do like Liz and Seamus. It would have been cool to see where their little dynamic went from there, but guess we'll never see it now. It's a shame that this show never got more because it had so much potential. And it really doesn't have enough attention, so that's why I'm making this video. It may never get another season, but I still want it to get some attention. It may have never gotten the treatment it deserved, but it still needs to be put out there. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you check out Clue. It's a good series, and if you don't like it, that's fine. If you have seen it or checked it out for this video, I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Goodbye!